favourite one, heard right where that yellow line is at the top of the screen, and that's what we'd really like to hear again. But it's not the only one. The weird signal, the Ross 128 signal. Kate is in as well. I can see you there. Yeah, the Ross 128 signal heard from a very close by red dwarf star there with a planet that we know is in the habitable zone. So very, very interesting indeed. All good. Yeah, wait, it's the start of the working week, so as good as we can be. But we are here with all of you guys. Alan is there waiting for his his little chance to jump on stream. There, V is in as well. How are you? How is everyone doing? We had good fun in our deep dive on Friday. How you doing there, Kate, as well? So yeah, we're doing another alien radio signal hunt tonight. What is the time? We're on slightly early. Not too bad, not too early though. Let's hope we can see some differences. Nothing. I think the background noise there is looking very similar to how it did last night, but we never know when we're going to be passing over the right planet at the right time. And any signals we do get will only be on screen for between 30 and 90 seconds. There, that is how long it will take for the Earth's rotation for us to pass on, over, and off a target star. So yeah, when are we going to be there at the right time? At the right place there, hearing any messages coming in there. I see the likes, Carl. Thank you for that. All of those likes and those shares, you guys tapping away, helps us build more, reach more and more like-minded people, getting more eyes and minds on the phenomena, so we can all piece this puzzle together. There, Tori's in as well. How are we doing there? All good. I'm glad to hear it, V. Yeah, no, we're all good. We're making it through slowly. It's one of those days where I haven't had 5 minutes to breathe, and I've still got many, many jobs to do. But this is a nice little break. There are Lamorgs and Chris. If you're new here, do say hello. Let us know where you're watching from and how do you feel about the phenomena. Are we all alone? Are we never going to hear a clear signal from ET? Or is life absolutely abundant out there? And it's just the numbers. It's just a waiting game. Maybe some of those past signals were very interesting indeed. Hello, Chris. Good to see you there. And Simon in as well. Should we do a little roll call? Where in the world are we all watching from tonight? We are based in Wiltshire, right here. Me and Alan in Wiltshire, which is right in the heart of crop circle country, and of particular use when we're doing our sky watches there, looking for UFOs, UAPs flying around in the night sky there. Oh, it looks like, no, it is working. Yeah, see all the weird wonderful things are flying around there. And Timmy as well, thank you for the likes, appreciate that. It's how we reach more and more like-minded people there. Tickers is in, John is in as well. Simon says hello there, Alan. Thank you for the likes there, Tickers. So yeah, and Simon, thank you for the heart, very, very kind of you. It all goes back into the stream. Our Tickers over on the YT as well there. You've got rubbish internet. Come on, you've got to be more committed. You need to get Starlink, Tickers. Alan demands it. He's using his telepathic powers to send you to the Starlink website to register. Alan, stop manipulating people. He's terrible for it. But if you are joining us, we're doing a live alien radio signal hunt here. We're searching the skies for potential alien radio signals coming in. As the Earth rotates, our dish will sweep across the sky, hopefully passing over a star with a planet that's inhabited by life and be sending us a signal. If we do get one, it'll only be on screen for between 30 and 90 seconds there. Again, that is how long it'll take for the Earth's rotation to sweep on and over and off a target planet there. A nice clear spike at the top of the screen is what we'd like. And that top bit, you can see the wiggly lines there. That is the oh, Simon, thank you for feeding Alan.
Nom nom nom, thanks guys.
And KJ as well, thank you for the heart there. All the gifts and subs to patrons do go back into the stream there. Yeah, so we're doing a live alien radio signal hunt tonight there. And KJ, thank you for that. Now I'm hungry for cake. Yeah, but at the top of the screen there, you can see the live radio signals coming in across many different frequencies there, and those frequencies are channels on the dial. But we're really interested in that yellow line right in the middle and just around it, because that is the channel on the radio dial. The scientists theorize we're most likely to hear the message from ET. And in the past, we have heard a number of interesting candidate signals there, not just the most famous, the WOW signal, heard right there back in the 70s, but, you know, the weird signal, the BLC-1 signal. There's so many potential signals that we cannot fully write off as potentially coming from ET. So that is what we are on the lookout for tonight. KJ as well, thank you for coming in with those extra gifts there. Do appreciate that. It all goes back into the stream there. How is everybody doing? If you've got any questions as well, do ask away. There are no silly questions here. You'll look into it. Alan will be pleased there, Tickers. But yeah, ask away. Do say hello in the chat if you're joining us for the first time. Let us know where you're all watching from, and if you've got any news or any experiences with the phenomena, we'd love to hear about that. But yeah, we want to hear those signals coming in. And if they do, they'll come in on that top part of the screen there, the live frequencies, the live signals coming in across all the frequency ranges there. Then this bit directly above me, that is the analysis section there. So it's the same data, but it is being displayed slightly differently. The top is very dynamic, and it's those real signals coming in real time. See all the spikes, all the ups and the downs, but this middle section works on averages, so it allows us to see patterns and trends, and the different colors there indicates different signal strengths. If it goes red, it's a very strong signal, and very, very interesting indeed there. So it's doing some analysis, so maybe there is something of interest there. That's what that's doing. It's looking in amongst the background noise, seeing if, even though if there's a faint signal that we can't see clearly, is there any evidence? No, it didn't find anything. Any evidence of a faint signal there. And Gleno, we caught one. Well, we have that one. We've actually got a signal. You're right there, Gleno. See this one here. Very, very interesting. So every now and then you might see the spike come up there, and because this is displaying on averages, it's showing us this little ridge here, and it is a signal, but because it's been with us quite a while on a few other streams previously, it's more likely a localized interference. So because it's how long that signal is on the screen for is going to tell us roughly where that signal is coming from. If it's really fast, then it probably means that it's a satellite or an aircraft flying directly in front of a dish there very, very quickly. If it's there all of the time, like this one seems to be, then it's probably physically with us here, very close to the dish or our equipment there. And if it is there again between those 30 and 90 seconds, that is a sweet spot for us there. That it tells us that it is quite far away there and moving in line with the Earth's rotation there. And Murray, A-Ups in over on the YouTube, how are you there? And speaking of the YouTube, guys, YouTube and Twitch at The Thing UFO, you get to see a little bit more of the screen, particularly useful for the skywatches, but for this, you'll see it in a second. There it is. You can see there's actually a lot more analysis going on the screen. You can see the live sky map behind me that you can't see on TikTok. See where the dish is pointing to and what close by stars are in range there, plus the audio analysis there and some information about the stars up there. And it's also good as a backup there, but it's a very good spot there, Gleno. And has anyone seen that new film out yet? Oh, so that is The Age of Disclosure. So we're going to watch that, aren't we, at some point, Tickers? So I'm very interested in loving the stickers are there of V as well. Let me scroll through there. I watched The Passenger today. Why does that one ring a bell? What is The Passenger? Somebody let me know on that one. Very, very interesting. Yes, we're doing another live alien radio signal hunt there, and that's roughly what is going on the screen. There, we got what star have we got in range at the minute? Our closest star in range of our dish is Difter there at 96.3 light years away. So if we were to get a signal from Difter come through right now, and if it was from Difter there, it would have taken 96.3 years to reach us here. It's a very old signal, and the power required would be 104.31 gigawatts there, and we don't know of any exoplanets around Difter, the star that is in range, but that doesn't mean there aren't any. Our technology is only just catching up there. Do make sure you're following us, guys, if you're not already. We do this basically every night. If it's clear, we do a live UFO UAP skywatch there, and if the moon is out full, we do a live moon watch as well. And when it's cloudy, yeah, we do this. We do the alien radio signal hunt, so we're always on the quest for more evidence there. Lots of interesting articles. Oh, there are. I haven't even managed to make my way through all of them. I caught one, I think, up, but definitely worth checking out our Discord there. There are so many interesting things, articles there on all of the latest news in the UFO UAP world. I've got the link in our bio for that one. Passenger is fab. What is the storyline there? It rings a bell. Traveling rock homeland, and one passenger wakes up 90 years early, and it's a good watch. Oh, that's Travelling Rock Home. That's not. I'm thinking of. Is it Passengers? I'm thinking where it's old. What's his name? Oh, what is his name there? He wakes up. Again, the woman that was in Hunger Games to keep him company for the journey. It's not the same one. Oh, two, not the wrong two. Oh, Travelling to the Home. Oh, so it is that one. Yeah, that was a good film. It does make you wonder as well. What would you do in that situation there? And Edward, thank you for the likes. Guys, it is those likes and those shares that helps us reach more and more like-minded people there like yourselves, getting more eyes and minds on the phenomena so we can all piece this puzzle together there. Let us know as well where you're all joining us from. That was a good film. I've only seen it the once, though. TikTok's not allowing your comments again, V. What is up with this damn hideous platform? Again, that's why we're hedging our bets. We are here, there, and everywhere at the minute. Triple streaming. Again, you don't want to rely on one platform in this day and age. So yeah, it's a live alien radio signal hunt there. My new favourite, I think, is the weird signal there, detected, I think, was it in the 2010s-ish area, sort of like that sort of time frame. But it apparently, or appeared to come from Ross 128. That is a red dwarf star at about 11 light years from us. That's quite close in stellar terms, on our street, so to speak, there. But what's very, very interesting about this, so not only is it a good, clear signal, exactly where we'd expect to see it on the radio dial there, but, and my favourite part about this is that we know that there is a planet in orbit of that star within the habitable zone there. So not too hot and not too cold, could have a life as we understand it there. Very, very interesting, I think. Makes it an even stronger candidate for me there. And everybody thank A-Up as well for the treasure boxes. Oh no, it's a portal, it's just different symbol, but thank you, A-Up there. And V as well.
Nom nom nom, thanks guys.
Thank you for feeding Alan. He's found his voice today, so if we hit the 50% of the goal, we'll do another Q&A with Alan there. TT gave options to comment, like, share and send gifts, then block everyone. Yeah, that doesn't make sense, does it? They want you to interact, they want you to be involved, they want you to do everything, and then they go do everything in their power to seem to destroy it. Absolutely insane platform there. But we have met all of you guys, all our little community, through TikTok, so gotta be grateful for that. It's been good to meet everyone there. I'm just not meeting many new people, that's the downside there. And Tick has a nightly skywatch if the skies are clear, and SETI and the radio signals, if not a monthly movie night with Alan the End. Exactly, we do it all here. You've got the monthly movie club there, so it's Invasion of the Body Snatchers, isn't it? Is that next week? But yeah, lots of interesting things here. So yeah, we're doing the live alien radio signal hunt tonight. We want a nice clear spike right at that yellow line at the top of the screen, and we want it to be there for between 30 and 90 seconds. Starship Troopers was a good one. That was a very good one. They want your dollar. It's all they want. You can't see, but I'm shaking my fist. Oh, honestly, Kate, when they messed up the subs to making the super fans and charging people a mandatory tenner, I was... If there was any discovery on the other platforms, we would have just gone over there and protest fully. Just boycott them and go to YouTube. Honestly, it's always on my mind to just go, right, no, cut them off, sod it off. But there's very little discovery on the other platforms. So at least we get to meet a few people occasionally there. But I am thinking of switching over, because we're probably going to do Saturday, unless it's a clear sky. Always, if it's a clear sky, we want to get the camera out. But if it's not a clear sky, then I think Saturday you're probably just going to do gaming over on Twitch, and Fridays we want to do something special on YouTube. Maybe do those as exclusive to see if we can build up little homes there, and maybe the more people, if we were all in there, all in one place, that might stimulate their algorithms to kind of get the discovery up on those platforms there. And Helmy, how are you doing? Thank you for the follow there. Where are you joining us from tonight? Guys, if you are joining us for the first time, we're doing a live alien radio signal hunt, searching to hear if ET is saying hello. We're searching on the hydrogen line. That is the yellow line at the top of the screen. It's the channel on the radio dial that scientists theorize we are most likely to hear the hello is anybody else out there message. And we've heard it a few times throughout the years, most notably in the late 1970s there with the WOW signal. But the frequency of the signal seems to be growing ever so slightly. So it used to be once every few decades we'd maybe get an interesting signal detected, but they're coming to decades. I think that was in the 2010s there, and they now seem to be multiple per decade. Is it that ET is getting more talkative, or is it that our equipment, our dishes we're just getting more of them, and we're getting higher, more sensitive equipment there to hear those signals? But when people say, where are all the aliens, there is evidence. There is a lot of very, very interesting, compelling evidence, and a lot of it they try to write off for pretty crap reasons there. Take the weird signal, one of my new favourites there. I thought, oh no, they've debunked it, they've discounted it, they've scientifically proven that it wasn't an extraterrestrial. They figured out what it was. No, this was a really, really good signal, heard from a very close by star with a planet that we know is in its habitable zone. And, it was heard a couple of times. and they weren't able to confirm anything on another telescope. So because of that, they said, oh, it's probably satellite interference. Now, it wasn't on a frequency that satellite used. They couldn't repeat it. They couldn't find any other signals there. So that doesn't sound very scientific to me there. And Johanna, thank you for the likes there, guys. It is those likes and shares that helps us reach more and more like-minded people there like yourselves. And B, hello, thank you for the heart. Where are we in the chat? Let me scroll through there. Hemi, thank you for joining us. Thank you for the follow. All of us here would have to go over and interact with videos and streams to push it out. Exactly, it's quite a lot of aggro. Is movie night this Friday? That's the last Friday of the month. That's a good question. I think it might be this Friday. God, it comes up pretty quick. I think so, actually. Yeah, I think it is this Friday. It's going to be movie club night, so that'll be 10 p.m. We're going to be watching Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Now, we watch it separately. I think it's Amazon Prime, isn't it, that it's on here in the UK? But we all chat along at the same time in the Discord. It's always a good laugh there. Are we on Facebook yet? No, not yet. Not yet. We're not on many social medias. We're on the streaming platforms, but yeah, not on the socials. Just the regulars isn't enough. Yes, yeah, we really need a few more. But then there's no discovery on the platform. But also, we're doing it Fridays and Saturdays because it's just so quiet on here anyway. We might as well have some fun and roll the dice there. B, how are you doing? Good to see you in today. We're all good. We're all good there. Thank you for the likes as well. And Kate, thank you for the hearts there. Oh, and for feeding Alan.
Nom nom nom. Thanks, guys.
Let me scroll through here and Tickers as well. You've been to the gym today. Yeah, and Kate coming in with the shares. Robbie as well. Hello. How are you doing tonight there? Already got it all pulled down, ready to go for the week. Excellent. Excellent, yes, and we're going to have movie club this Friday, so we'll be streaming until just before 10, probably about 9:30, and then we'll come off for the movie club there. And Declan Show, how have you been? Good to see you, and thank you for the gifts, that's very, very kind. Laura Lass is in as well, and Robbie Stark, good to see you guys. How are we all doing? We're doing another live alien radio signal hunt tonight. Searching the stars, hopefully hearing ET saying hello, so on a frequency called the hydrogen line. That's the yellow line on the top of the screen, and it is the channel on the radio dial that scientists theorize are most likely to hear the hello is anybody else out there message. Laura's coming in with the likes. Tickers, hi. Don't worry, Tickers. There. I meant to ask, which version of the movie are we watching? Just a bit of good question. I don't know. I have to double check. I'll take a screenshot, probably just before the movie there. So yeah, because obviously you're going to have a different selection as we will in the UK. I think we've only got the one. It's the older one with old Donald Sutherland in it there. And we're coming in with the hashtags, Kate with the shares there. Been off today and out. Oh, hey up. I've been off, not because you're sick, I hope. Hope you've been up to some fantastically fun things. Feed him. I'm loving the stickers there, Kate. Where are we also? No, I am up to date there. I am up to date. So yeah, we're on the hunt for our very own wow signal. And it's a numbers game. Every night that we do this, checking the same patch of sky at the rough sort of times there, we're increasing our statistical odds of hearing a signal. Now, are we in the right place at all? We don't know what calendar the aliens work on, but we do theorize now, and it is mainstream science, that life is going to be abundant out there. So again, this is not like when we were in the 90s. We didn't have the technology to even know if there were planets around other stars. As far as we know, we could be totally unique in that regard. But no, we can see them now, and the more we're looking, the more we are seeing, and the more we're seeing in the habitable zone. And we're also pushing out our definition of life itself there, so we now know that life can survive and thrive even in a lot more places than we first thought. So these odds are going up and up and up there. The next barrier for us is it intelligent life? Is it civilized life there? Is there a technological civilization there that can be sending us these signals? Now, a recent paper came out and basically said, yes, it's either going to be just us, or intelligent life is going to be absolutely abundant. And they were looking at the maths and the statistics of all this. So we haven't had good sample data, really. We've only been able to look within our own solar system, and even then it's quite limited. So before, whenever these people have been guesstimating, again, it's been on very limited data, and it is just looking like it is going to be so much more abundant there. Even the data within our own solar system seems to be, pointing in that way, with the announcement there from Mars and the potential detections within Venus there, Ceres, on the other moons there. I have stickers. I don't usually have the stickers. Don't you? You should have the stickers, Kate. I think everybody that's in the fan club should get the stickers. I know they messed that one up as well. But speaking and V's, good selection of the stickers there. If you do like our stream stickers, we've got a couple left of the old physical versions of those. Put them on your notebooks and things there. And Lee, Scott, thank you for the likes there. Carl as well, and Kate coming in with the stickers. Laura, thank you for the heart. Have I missed any? No, I don't think I missed any. There we go. Been putting up the Christmas tree, but can't find anywhere to put the bauble, so have a set of it. I've got to try to take time off work to actually put the tree up, just like you there. Haven't got the time to fit it in on a weekend. And Simon coming in with those stickers there. Up as well with the hashtags and the stickers there. Mine stopped when I changed my sub to Patreon. You should, so I know the Patreon, TikTok got rid of the initial ones that we used to have here, because they took them away from that. But you should still, if you've ever, I think it's like, I don't know if they roll it on weekly or monthly, but they do the fan club. So if you do like the heart once a week, just the normal heart, it should give you access to like a limited number of the stickers, unless they've changed that again there. Simon, call me Grinch. I can't stand Xmas. You green like Alan. Do love the Grinch's classics. Agent X, how are we doing? Good to see you in, sir. So I had to take out the day off. Well, yeah, honestly, just weekends are filling. I don't think I've got a free weekend between now and the new year there. They heard me thing I sent by accident just now. Might be. Oh no, Laurel just sent loads. Yes, that one. That's the one. Is it the Hear You? And it's normally the heart. So Heart Me. That's it. My eyes. God, I've not got my glasses or contacts in tonight. Heart Me. I think that allows you into the fan club and then allows the stickers. But I think it's only a limit. It's not like the cool full range of stickers that we had before. They were all, I loved those. There. Evening, Agent X. How is the world treating you? I hope well. So guys, yeah, we're doing a live alien radio signal hunt, so welcome aboard there. If you're new here, say hello in the chat. Let us know where you are watching from tonight. It was you. I wouldn't know, Kate. It's borderline. I can just about make out the text. Just about at the minute. I need it closer. But then, like, my face would be bigger on your screens, and nobody needs that. Less room for Alan to jump in there. There we go. That's the one. Just see it come up there. And luckily enough, it all goes back into the stream if it's not going into Alan's belly there. But I think we mentioned this last night. The passports and stamps have been ordered, so we're all very excited to start issuing you your passports there, signed off by Alan, leaving you exempt from invasion and probing, I think the wording was. Alan's very happy with himself for coming up with that idea. Norman, how you doing there? Have you tried that one? So 106 about Avilob was talking about. So very good point there. Norman, sorry, my eyes are going tonight, I can't really see the chat. So we only check 1.420 here, the hydrogen line, so our equipment and our dish is all basically focused on that range, so we can't really get any decent coverage without unplugging it or messing around. Without checking that one. And we check this frequency because this is where those past signals have been detected in the past there, and it's also where scientists theorize we're most likely to hear that message. But 1.6 is a very good. It's got a long history with the phenomenon. Skinwalker Ranch, lots of people have detected that maybe the craft themselves are using and are emitting a frequency on 1.6 there. And I would love to explore that one a bit more, but the difficulty we have, is the equipment. The other thing is that because 1.6 is used for like satellite and ground communication there, we wouldn't, if we did get a nice clear signal, we wouldn't know if it was a UFO, or if it was somebody in the local area kind of, you know, communicating like that one. Again, one of the other benefits of this frequency here, the hydrogen line, is so useful for radio astronomy that it's reserved for listening only. Nobody's allowed to transmit on it, so we don't have that issue here. But I would like to figure out a way, maybe if we combined it with a skywatch, so we can look, and if we see something anomalous, are we also getting a signal at the same time? Something like that might be cool. So it's a good shout there, Norman. And where are you joining us from? Where are we? Let's go down there. The anti-probing passport, exactly. Hope I've spelled probing right there. Happy Screech, yeah. So no probing if the book is full. Oh, 100%, yeah. It's a full-on exemption. You know, the bearer of the passport. You know, no invasions, no probing. I don't know what else does come with it though. The only sticker I don't have is the carrier bag. I think we had loads. We had like 15 stickers at a point, but the carrier bag is purposely, not purposely. The carrier bag should actually be there. I did set it, but for some reason it just never went through there. I do hope you like the passports there, or I'm going to be left with a big stack of them here. Sam, what's the passport thing? So we mentioned it on our deep dive, but what it is basically it's going to be an A5 folded passport there with a design. I can't bring the design up now, but essentially, do you remember, I don't know if you're of the right generation here, but my generation, during the summer holidays, they would try and get you to read more books at the library. You'd get a sticker for every book you read, and you'd complete it, and then there was a prize or something at the end of it. I don't know. I never completed it there, but I liked getting the stickers, you see. So it's essentially like that. What it is, in your passport, you get stamped for every type of stream you attend. So if you do attend one of our SETI streams, we will live on stream fill out your passport and stamp the stream. You join one of our skywatch streams, stamp the passport for the skywatch stream. Same with the deep dives and the other things. I think there's about 12 to get, and we stamp them all live on stream, and then once you've completed it, we'll post it to you as a little memorabilia thing there. But yeah, for every stamp, yeah, some of you guys probably already filled it all out there. Twice over, maybe. So that's what they are. Be okay with a slight probing. It keeps it fun, doesn't it there? Guys, if you are joining us, we are doing a live alien radio signal hunt tonight, searching the hydrogen line, hopefully hearing ET saying hello there. And this is the frequency that scientists theorize are most likely to hear the message from ET. They're saying hello. Is anybody else out there? And B as well.
Thank you for the alien pets, guys.
Feeding Alan. We are, I think, B. I think we are. Angel as well there, thank you for the like. Guys, it is those likes and those shares that helps us reach more and more like-minded people like yourselves. How are you doing, Angel? Good to see you in, and I'll be here for every stamp for sure. Yeah, I think a few of you guys are gonna have completed that passport pretty quickly. There, be coming in with the hashtags. So guys over there, are they actually passing the the digital ID thing? It's something that they're floating and they're pushing, but you never know. You never trust the government. Are they doing it as a bit of a distraction? But they are trying. They very much are trying. There is so much pushback though, and I think rightly so. But yeah, no, it's a real threat for us. And here we are signing up for Alan's passports. A slight probe, but a good stamp. Sounds like a good evening there. It's the most exciting evening I've had in a while there. An Adele hello or a Lionel Richie hello. That's a good point. Imagine if you tuned in. Hello. Exactly, V. I think I don't know anybody that's in goddamn support of it there. I'm okay with Alan. Alan for president. Alan makes no bones. He is a tyrannical dictator. Is Alan? You know where you stand with Alan there. Yeah, so we're doing another live alien radio signal hunt because it's too cloudy to get the camera out there. But if we wait long enough, if we put in the hours, we should increase our odds of hearing a interesting signal. We've heard a few very nice ones over the years, the WOW signal being the most famous there, but all of the others are quite interesting indeed in their own right. Again, BLC1 is a really interesting signal because it come apparently from our closest neighbour there, Proxima Centauri. What would that mean if there was intelligent life in our closest star? Would that be exciting? You know, the idea that, well, it's as close as it possibly could be. Maybe there could be that interaction there. Or would that be dangerous, do you think? How do you feel about that one? Well, Joe, you're actually quite right there. You know, this is the thing, is that they're just tying the knot together. You know, we already have a footprint across all these ways that they can track and everything, can't they? So practically digital ID anyway. I slipped up there, Simon. Halfway through it there. Asian X, yeah, you do feel like it. You just hope that if it is so enough there. Well, what's the issue is giving the government more control over it, isn't it? The fact that they can't be trusted, even if you take out conspiracy theories or any nefarious things, they're a very inefficient organisation. Incredibly, their bureaucracy, all governments are. And I mean, you take it, if you've ever had to interact with the civil service there, it's infuriating. Absolutely infuriating there, because there's no consequences for action for people in the government. Nobody gets fired. There's no targets to meet there. So if you've ever had the misfortune of being on the benefit system there, working with the government there, there's no consequence. So, if you're handing over them the rights to hold very valuable data there, well, we don't. It was only the other day, wasn't it, that the Ministry of Defence accidentally leaked all of their confidential informants from Iraq on a spreadsheet by mistake. There's no trust at all, and that's without it taking the other nefarious stuff there. And that, for me, just knowing what they're like as an organisation, there, I just wouldn't trust them with any extra details there. Or making it more difficult for us to do more and more things. Alan is our glorious leader there. But you're right, we do. I mean, all of the individual components there, Joe, you're totally right. Like, we do, we have our digital banking. They can just turn off the tap there. They know what we're spending and stuff. The argument is that they're tying it all together in one place, and they're all putting it to it, connected to it there. Alan is honest dictator. Exactly. Yeah. Alan for president. Well, this is the balance, isn't it, Joe? Like honestly, I do kind of understand the other side of the argument, because technology does come in, and there's always a trade-off. There is always an advantage. Now, we take the cash versus credit cards and things like that argument now. The digital way. We don't have cash. We're all contactless now. We do get a convenience for it. I haven't touched cash in about 5 years. In fact, if I end up having any change around the house, it just sits there. Everything is just so convenient now. But there is a price to be paying for that. That means that they can turn that one off if your phone dies. Taking in the nefarious parts of it. The amount of people that take the other day, actually, I upgraded to a new phone, and I wanted to install my banking app, or one of my banking apps, on the new phone. All of the others worked well, but one didn't want to go through, and it wasn't having it. And their call centres, for some reason, closed at 6:30, which is stupid for a bank. They've got rid of all their branches, and their call centres also weren't open over the weekend as well. So I was without access to my money, which was in my account, but not in my main where my card was attached. Again, that was just because of their bad rules. Now imagine if there was, because what's the one thing they're doing now as well? So for as a suspected benefit fraud, they've now got the requirement or the ability to take away your driver's license, or they're trying to put that through. If you owe the government money because they think there's been a miscalculation of payment there, they'll take away your driving license there. And when you go, well, that's great, yeah, because we don't want anybody committing benefit fraud. Obviously we don't, but there is such an incompetent department there that I don't trust that their analysis of if it's fraud or not is there. I've seen some horrendous cases there, and imagine if they could actually just turn off your ability to act with everything, because that's the thing. The more dependent that we get on these things, the more dangerous it is, the more control that they do have. But it's not so much a dictator imposing these things, and this is where we have to be careful, because we're all voluntarily, I'm doing it with my contact list and my tapping in there, I'm voluntarily giving over my rights there and my abilities to do that in exchange for convenience, and that's how we sleepwalk into these things. For there, sorry, quick ramp thing there. Integrate your NHS, and they're talking about that already. some departments going, oh, this is great, we can combine all this information, but sometimes somebody shouldn't know everything there, because you don't trust the decisions they will make there. DJ, how are you doing? Ladies and germs, what are you saying about Alan there? And Maya, hello. Thank you for the heart there. It just freaks me out. We saw what happened when the Amazon website went down. Exactly, yeah, you take out all of the nefarious stuff here. Is the system stable enough for this level of dependence? And maybe we can deal with a few blackouts here and there, because you don't want to be wasting resources on a slower, more antiquated system if the downtime is handleable. That you're wasting resources. It's like paying for an insurance policy that you're never going to need there. Hey, who sent the cake? It's B, thank you. So it's a constant negotiation. Like if you had told people, those Saxon tribes that they're going to get away with get rid of the bartering system there, and we're going to have a currency which one central organisation, one central king has control over what is minted there, they would have said, this is ludicrous, this is state overstepping. But look, hey, it does help. There is always a trade-off. There's good and bad with it all, and it's a constant negotiation. And Maya, thank you for feeding Alan.
Nom nom nom, thanks guys.
Was guaranteed once Tony Blair got involved. Oh, yeah. I mean, it will come in at some point. It will come in. Watch your glitches and erased all of your dollars and shit. I mean, there will always be an error rate. Always will be an error rate. There. Use cash still at least once a week. I mean, I always intend to, but I never do. Sorry, guys, we've gone off on a slight tangent there, but we're doing, on top of commentary, which is fair enough, we're doing a live alien or radio signal hunt. We're searching the stars for potential signs of alien signals coming in. There have been a number of interesting ones throughout the years, and we're searching on a frequency called the hydrogen line, the yellow line at the top of the screen. That is the frequency or channel on the radio dial that scientists theorize we're most likely to hear those signals. Any signals that do show up will be on screen for between 30 and 90 seconds, so we have to pay attention. They will be short-lived. That is how long it takes for the Earth's rotation to sweep on, over and off a target there. When did you miss me singing? I'll release an album, Kate, at some point there. Got the dick part right. I recommend keeping some cash in-house, because what you're going to do if the bank system goes down, well, this is if the bank system goes down, we're all buggered anyway. We're so dependent on those parts of it. But also, like, they're making it illegal, aren't they, now, to do cash transactions over 10 grand. That's one of the latest things that they're doing. So God knows how anybody's going to do anything. That's on the agenda. There, gonna clip it. No. And what time did we start streaming? 8 o'clock, Leanne, so it'll be a 10 o'clock dinner, please. There. How are we doing, Matt? Good to see you in there. And B, it just seems digital ID leads to social credit, and something no one wants, I'm sure. This is the thing, like, we don't want that, but the more digital we get, we kind of do it in an indirect way, and that's why Joe's kind of right here, is that eventually these things will come in, but we've got to do it at the right time. We have to have the security and the backup structures and the trust in the systems in place before we all fully commit to these things. Because certain groups of people think, well, it's rules and process that create the world. No, the world is partly that. It's a constant dance and negotiation. If you overextend, then you're just like leaving yourself vulnerable to these things. And another example of that would be how we were in Europe with our green, however you think about our green agenda and net zero and all that sort of stuff there, put that aside. But what we were doing is we're shutting down our plants and our ability to produce energy here locally because it was reasonably stable there, and we were importing the gases that we needed, say from Russia, and we're like that, who at the time we were semi-friendly with, or friendly enough with, and that had been stable for a few years. But that dependence, you've got to be really confident in that dependence there, because as we saw, the cards changed and our energy prices went through the goddamn roof, and we nearly had blackouts. We had so many issues there. So any systems that you do want to trust you need to kind of check them out thing there. But eventually that's what will happen. We will all eventually go that the more technology advances, the more our individual experiences of the world will be similar. And as that similar experience, the less differences between people will be there, the less differences between cultures, and ultimately, you know, you get to the one world situation there, which for us at this point of view would look like tyranny and awfulness, because we need to have variations. Our experiences are very different. But yeah, at some point in the very long distant future, we probably will be similar there under a one world government and whatnot. But it's a very long way away, and you can't force it by putting in the rules, and that's what people don't get there. And Backyard, how are you doing? Good to see you in there. Sorry, a few messages behind on my little tangents there. I don't agree with digital ID, but you are not going to stop it. I think you're right. At some point, it's just, can we slow it down to stabilise these things there? On break till Feb. Oh, on the spooky break. How did it go the other day? Because I only caught 10 minutes of it, and I need to watch the video later. Hydration reminder. Thank you there, Mayor. Coming in with the hashtags, guys. It is those likes, those shares, those hashtags that helps us reach more and more like-minded people there like yourselves, getting more eyes and minds on the phenomena so we can all piece this puzzle together. Is that a friend's quote there? I can't ban cash. It says valid onto valid. Well, they can do what they want. You've got to be able to enforce it. That's the thing. It's whoever's got the ability to enforce it and challenge these things. Here, if you get pulled over with over 10 grand, they can confiscate. Apparently, yeah, which, you know, I see why they do it, but this is the thing. It's like when you go to your bank and they ask you what your money's for because of all the anti-money laundering laws, and it's like, I feel very American at that point. I feel the freedom come out in me, and I'm like, it's none of your goddamn business what my money is for there. We need to think of simple things, that's it. Well, this is it, you know, the more things get complex, it's like a machine. Our society is a machine. We're trying to make it as efficient as possible and as precise as possible, but you can only do that to the degrees in which the environment that the machine is in is consistent there. Because, you know, if we're out in the desert with high temperatures during the day, cool temperatures at night, that machine, the materials on the machine itself, the metal and the plastics will expand and contract. So if you've got a very precise gearing, that's always going to move. It's going to expand, it's going to contract, it's going to break the machine. But you put that machine in a nice air-conditioned warehouse that's consistent, that can function, and it won't expand and contract. It can be very efficient, precise, and run very fast. Society's the same. So the more we do to level that playing field, make our environment similar there, the more the machine can run. But that's what you've got to do. It's not the rules, it's the bringing everybody up. Cash is king. I wish I had some of it there, such as driver licenses or donor ID cards, etc., passports, for example. I mean, at simplicity, bringing it all into one in the technical age, honestly, there is an argument for that, but it's at what price we pay for that. And we go back to the Americans there with, was it the Patriot Act of after 9/11 there? It was such a horrible event there and a shock that the Patriot Act came in to say, right, okay, we're gonna give over our rights for privacy here, because, you know, we'll trade that, so therefore everybody can listen into everybody's calls and data there, and we'll catch the terrorists. This doesn't happen again. And any society can make that judgment for themselves. That's why we have different cultures and societies there. But my argument is that there just shouldn't be a price. There should be some prices that you shouldn't pay for those things. You know, sometimes you have to take on the burden of extra inconvenience, maybe, you know, like, hey, why don't we make everybody's phone calls and messages and everything totally available to the police at all times, so then they can always stop the bad guys? Great. But how efficient and effective are the police force? And that's not a judgment on, you know, are they good people or bad people or anything like that. But any organisation has failure. Everybody has good and bad days. Do I want somebody going in there and reading, like, you know, imagine, you know, somebody goes through, sees this part of me and about my life here, and they're a non-believer. The judgment they're going to have and going, oh my god, this guy's such an idiot, he's down the rabbit hole with all this, what else is he capable of there, you know, that this, it starts to blend and blur. And that's why sometimes we have to have some restrictions in place to, you know, put those barriers in. It's the price we shouldn't be paying sometimes. And that's my argument with some of those as well. There are Raf is in. How are you doing there? And Johnny Man, how are you doing? Good God, I've so many people. Sorry, guys, over on the YouTubes, I missed loads of your messages there. Where are we doing? There's a spike. I don't think it's on the hydrogen, it's just to the right of it there. Lost my source in the mirror universe. I like that one. Let me scroll through there. Johnny's in as well. I have opinions. I mean, we've all got opinions on it as well. And I think it's right and it's healthy to have those and to share those. That's how we learn, isn't it? A little more there. Wait until those get... Exactly. That's what we're saying. That's what started off the conversation there. Maya, thank you for the is it shell energy? I need the energy. Where are we? Go back to trading. Well, at some point this is the thing, you know, you will end up going back around in circles if you're not too careful. So the answer is isn't to have any of these things and to have an ultimate distrust of any sort of collective working together and structures there. No, you kind of have to get with the program. You need these things for societies to advance and to work at larger and larger scales, but you just have to make sure that you have the other things in place as well, those checks and balances to prevent the abuse and things like that. It's classed as money laundering unless you can prove otherwise, which always strikes me as odd, Tickers, doesn't it? Isn't it innocent until proven guilty? It seems to be fully round the other way there. Hunger Games comes to mind, but that's why we have those shows, because it is showing you the other side of the coin, isn't it? It's showing you, well, this is, if that way goes off the rails, this is where that can lead. I'll be rich in tomatoes. May I be rich in sunflowers as well. More than 500. They suspend it without written. They get carried away there. Like, just leave me alone is my assessment there. Let me do my sort of things. Oh, it went well. Oh, it was excellent. Yeah, it went well. We caught a blank mass of something in the meal. I'm glad we were on a break now, because imagine it's very intense. Was that the image that you sent me with the red image there, and there was the black shadow figure? Because that was a cracking shot, cracking catch there. Maya coming in with the shares. Thank you there. Trying to get Alan to go walkies, yeah. We're going off on a little tangent there. He's about ready now, I think. Let me scroll and catch up here. Let me scroll through. And as V says there, you know, like and share away. That's how we reach more and more like-minded people like yourselves and help us on our little quest here for more evidence of the anomalous. And do chip in the chat. Let us know where you're joining us from tonight. And have you ever experienced anything strange with the phenomena there? Would love to hear about that one as we're waiting for the evidence to come up on screen there. Agent X, I have looked, but also lots of dangerous natural life there. I've always put my money in the washer. You got to keep it clean. And Wayfind, how are you doing tonight? Kate coming in with the shares there. May we chat about it? I think what's going on, because see, I don't normally think TikTok. I mean, I think they'll have their favour. You know, maybe you're favoured in the algorithm or not. But the outright banning, they normally tell us, because they tell me goddamn enough when, you know, they're cutting off the gifting, or if they go, the stream's suspicious, or we're talking about things they don't like. So they normally tell us if they're banning or something. What I think is going on is where the chat is quieter than it used to be. So if you remember in the summer, it was always like 100 messages behind. It was bloody ridiculous there. I think that was stimulating the TikTok algorithm to share it more, but where we all know each other more, we've all asked the questions, we've all know what the stream's about, our chat level's gone down, and that's probably cycling it there. So if we keep it going, maybe we can think of something to ask. But that's the problem, we know it all now, don't we? But maybe not there. Have you watched the new Disclosure movie? Wayfind, I haven't yet, mainly because I'm poor until payday tomorrow. But it is on the list there, so I'm excited for that. I don't think it's going to be anything new for us, but I think it's going to be very good for people that, you know, are on the fence, seeing all those credible people there. And Andrea Notice, how are you doing? Thank you for the heart, appreciate that. It's happening every live. So I thought that for a while, because everyone seems to be quiet at the minute. You know, maybe that they've just made too many changes and screwed too many people over, and they've killed the live audiences. Maybe them. Need to hop over on YouTube, but yeah, I'll keep it tiny over on YouTube. There, and if you do want to follow us over there as well, guys, you get to see more of the screen there for more of the evidence. We're at The Thing UFO, YouTube and Twitch. Good for the skywatchers, see more of the UFOs, but also for this, you can see actually more data being processed, because going on up here and behind me, there is a loads of stuff there as well going on. And where are we over here? If you have car parking fines, they will take it out for you. Yeah, they will say you bought 2 bottles of wine over what you're allowed, and so. But that is where it goes, you know. They go, oh no, you've used carbon credits, you can't go to work today. And this is the thing: we're all different. We all have a different experience. We come from different environments. We've all got different skills. We've all had different childhoods there. So some people might need to do more of one thing, and some people might need to do more of another. It shouldn't be for a local authority to make those judgments when we are all so individual. The world is just infinite, and we need to be acting and be able to act to a certain degree as individuals. It's all traceable, but they all because they have to at the minute go through the effort of doing it, whereas having it all connected to one makes it too easy, I'd say. There. Eve beguiled with a talking snake and apples pulled to earth. I know. It's an interesting correlation. I hadn't seen that one there. You've been looking into Gemma Terre. I haven't even heard of that one. What's that one? What's that one there, Xena? I can't even pronounce it. Where are we? There. Oh, Kate, I asked a question. What question did you ask, Kate? I don't think I saw it. You downloaded Disclosure to a tablet. Nothing new in the documentary. Yeah, I don't think it's for us. I think this is for the everyday Joe there that maybe heard about Roswell once, you know, but they haven't seen anything much lately, you know, and then hopefully the idea is they'll watch this, see that actually it's not just a lot of rednecks or a couple of odd people. It is credible people with these careers. I think that is going to be the real difference. If they can see it, I think there. And V coming in with stickers. And TikTok have been blocking comments a lot lately. Yeah, I think just making it so hard for people. People don't want to be on the app there. And Simon, thank you for the other gifts. That's very kind of you there. Astronomical numerology. Oh, no, I haven't been down that rabbit hole yet. I haven't at all. And Miguel, how are you doing? Thank you for the heart. So we're doing another Sky Watch tonight, guys. If you're joining us for the first time, say hello in the chat. Let us know where you're watching from as well, and give us a follow, because we do this every night that the sky is too cloudy to get the camera out. But if it's not, we do a live UFO, UAP, alien hunt there, and if the moon's up, we see all the craters, all the details, talk about how wonderfully stunning the moon is, but also how weird it is. But right now, so we're doing our live alien radio signal hunt there. As the Earth rotates, our dish will sweep across the sky, hopefully passing over a planet that'll have a star, passing over a star that'll have a planet that's inhabited by life, sending us a signal. And if it does, it'll come up at the top of the screen there, and also directly above me, a nice clear line, hopefully a clear message. There have been a number of interesting signals throughout the years, most notably the WOW signal, but there have been many more interesting ones as well. So they do happen, we just have to pay attention there. This is the channel on the radio dial, the hydrogen line, the yellow line on top of the screen, the place that scientists theorize we are most likely to hear those messages. We scroll down in as well. Andrew says, am I right in thinking someone's mentioned Disclosure movie on Netflix is the one about trans... I don't know about that one. I thought Disclosure is the Age of Disclosure, and I thought it was actually on Prime, but it might be on somewhere else there. It might be on Netflix in other regions. And B as well, thank you for the gifts. TikTok has blocked a factual comment I made on a news channel talking about tax and budget. It's blocked the word cake from people in our stream before as well. Like their search, the amount of money we get demonetized as well. And you go, well, I've not done the thing you've said repeatedly. Yeah, they've got something going on at the minute. Agents, I can't tag a number of members, so I'm either muted or blocked, but it's cool. You shouldn't be muted. Let's have a look. No, you're still there as a mod, Agent X, so you shouldn't be muted. Still hasn't blocked the word Smeghead, though. No, they haven't caught up with it there. It's on Prime. It's on my to-do list, or to watch list, that one. Again, I don't think it's going to be for us. The lizards at the top use it to modify our reality, apparently. Interesting. Genetics, G42E. Oh, guys, that's all beyond me. Interesting, though, Jolly. Interesting there. And Mayo's over there as well. Also, the Lost time hypothesis. The one was a T, so we're actually in 1026, not 2025. I've heard something about, I lost 300 years in the mid, or 100 years in the medieval period. I don't think that's the same one though. 6 electrons, 6 neutrons, 6 protons. Number, oh, very, very interesting. Oh, hold on. Typically, TikTok wants me to complete the little challenge. Make sure I'm not a robot. They're concerned with that. Where are we as well? The comments are being filtered out, aren't they? I don't know how else to word it. I have to get over to Twitch there, Kate. Have you seen the latest few Mandela? I haven't, no, B. What are the latest ones there? 15 to rent and 18 to buy. I mean, yeah, that's one that's why I'm having to wait till payday to see it. That's the downside, isn't it? Because again, it's priced for people that are really like us, really interested there. We're more likely to think that there's going to be value for that. But the problem is the value proposition is actually for the general public and who need a lower bar to entry. So I think that is probably going to be the main issue. Oh, maybe Agent X. Don't know about those. Lisa, how are you doing? God, my eyes tonight. I can't bloody see. Sorry, guys. That's why I'm staring at you like this. It's all blurring together. Disclosure's in. How are you? Thank you for the heart. It's part of the Tartarian conspiracy that they added 1,000 years to our timeline. I've heard a little bit on the Tartarians there. Not a lot. So one is that we have lizards that have 3 eyes now, and others there is a giant. Interesting. I haven't heard of those ones. Where are we? A rainbow squirrel? What? A second giant rainbow squirrel? What? That sounds interesting, though. That's the images of that one. How you doing, John? Good to see you in. Mandela effects. I'm wrecking my childhood memory there. I do find them quite interesting. I've got different theories on it, but I do find them interesting. There, B coming in with the stickers. So guys, you're joining us tonight. We're doing a live alien radio signal hunt, searching the skies, hoping to hear ET say hello. Do give us a follow, though, because we do this every night. That the skies are cloudy. There you are, Kate, over on Twitch. Right, so what I was asking is, anyone seen the video of an alien walking with some soldiers in a compound? And was wondering if anyone could tell if it's AI or not. I literally saw that. Maya sent it to me just before we came on the stream, so I watched the first few minutes of it there. So I don't know. To me, it didn't look obviously AI. Certain AI has a sort of a sheen to it, sort of, you can tell, and there might be a few little things there, but it also didn't look, I didn't have much time to study it, but it didn't necessarily look real either. I was quite mixed. It wasn't like an obvious AI hoax, but may well have been. I literally only saw it for a couple of seconds there. And Fruit Loops is making the Mandela effect rounds again. It's back to being fruit, and had changed several times, really. Lizards were about 20 years ago in Venezuela by nuclear power plant. Must be the Simpsons, the 3 eyes. I think it was AI. No shadows. The shadows are interesting. It's AI. Is it? Okay. Well, there we go. I think they've already looked into that one. Little guy didn't have a shadow. Good spot in there, Eagle Eyes. That's why we got the community. And Marcus as well. Thank you for the gifts there. And Marcus and Mikael, thank you for feeding Alan.
Nom nom nom. Thanks, guys.
Oh, look, 39%. We're only 11% away from an Ask Alan Everything. Something weird about the legs that were moving for me. I'll have to check it out again, but I think other people said there weren't any shadows there. Let's have a look up here. I don't even know all the numbers there. So more importantly, what's the best filling for a toasted sandwich? Partial for a fish finger sarnie, are you there, Raph? Pete puts ketchup on it. Brown sauce. 2025. Are there any people that believe the sun sets because you rotate away from it? I believe. Well, as far as we know, that is it. Yeah. Creamed mushroom toasties, Kate. That is crime. That's a crime against humanity. There. Anyway, aliens. V as well. Thank you for feeding out.
Nom thanks, guys.
Oh, 41% there. Goes 9% away there from an Ask Alan. Everything there. But you're coming in with the shares as well. I'm assuming we can't say volcano today, as 2 of my comments have been blocked. Why would the problem be with volcano? But they're crazy, aren't they? Cheese and ham is a classic there. Oh, worked for you. Maybe mushrooms are alien. Well, actually, Kate, that is one of the theories, isn't it? Or at least, something that is so different to us. And again, spores from fungus and mushrooms and things like that could very well survive a re-entry there. So they could be a case of panspermia. Do you do a Frey Bentos toasted sandwich there? That would be my guess here there. And it's the networks that create as well. I mean, yeah, like, they are so different to a life here on Earth. Well, they are life here on Earth, but so different to the other things that we have here. They operate in such a strange way. They're kind of like octopus and things like that. It does make a case they could be very, could come from somewhere totally different. Why have we not had anything else that's evolved like that? Oh, you've got a mark on your account, probably. Loving the squid. Yeah, like him, he's the alien there. So, yeah. Guys, if you are joining us, we are doing a live alien radio signal hunt tonight. We are searching the hydrogen line, that's the yellow line at the top of the screen there. And it's the channel on the radio dial that scientists theorize that we're most likely to hear the message, hello, is anybody else out there from aliens? If we do get a signal, it'll only be on screen for between 30 and 90 seconds there. So we need to pay attention. That is how long it will take for the Earth's rotation for the dish to sweep on, over and off a target. So keep an eye out there and do say hello in the chat. Let us know where you're all watching from tonight. And give us a follow, because we do this basically every night, though. If it's clear, we do a live UFO, UAP, skywatch. I see all the weird, wonderful things flying around in the night sky, and if the moon is up as well, we do a moon watch. Talk about how weird and wonderful the moon is those nights. So yeah, do join us aboard and tell us know, how do you feel about the phenomena? So where is there? I imagine most of you guys are going to be thinking, leaning heavily towards the aliens here and visiting us. But has anybody in our community gone from non-believer to believer? Not just the agnostic, curious, had an experience, that sort of linear there, but have you kind of been actively, no, I really don't think this? Has anybody been like that and actually been brought around based on an experience you've had or some evidence that you've seen there? Some UOPs have bases in dormant volcanoes. I've seen some very interesting videos of them going into, or it looks like at the very least they're going into volcanoes there, and talking about the lava tubes, and not even dormant ones, actually active ones, maybe using the lava tubes to navigate. Their bolognese mozzarella cheese toasty. Sounds like quite an experiment there. And back over there now. Thank you for the shares there, and the hashtags there, B. And Micro, how are you doing there? Let me get the translation on that one. How are you doing there? And absolutely, the experience I shared in Discord changes everything for me. Excellent. So you was actually, not a believer, not interested, and then you had that experience, and then boom, interesting. You'll have to time out. No, everybody's welcome here, as long as everybody's respectful. Their basics, they have to be you can have fun together. Learn to play nicely. Let me scroll down there. Missed a lot of Discord stuff. I'm just catching up. I'm probably caught up on today's Discord stuff there. got blocked on the Reddit. I mean, what's that? What? I mean, I don't even use our Reddit. I have to talk to Leanne about that one. Oh, so yeah. We're getting very similar activity as we got last night. So the background looks the same. We've got the plateau is there again, the interference signal. Difter is still in range. Oh, so it's coming up there. Should we press the button in a minute? Post about UAP investigations. Move on record. Oh, and it wouldn't let you post it. That's weird. I don't know anything about Reddit though. Simon, 10, 11 years later, mate. Oh, where's the first part of that? Is that the first part? Let me see. Ah, Simon, the first part of the message didn't come through. Looks like TikTok's filled out, bloody thing. I knew you would like that, V, pushing the button. And I'm terrible for keeping up to date with the Discord. It's all right. You don't have to keep up to date. It's always there to dip into it as and when you want. I try to keep on top of things, but I'm just not getting much time at all at the minute. So it's normally after the streams. Is my only window. I can't put stuff to feed Alan. TikTok won't accept your card details. So he's already started for you. Sounds a little more structured today, the signal. Actually, there is a bit on that. Yeah, that plateau is a little bit more square. It's less variable, but maybe slightly. I'm supposed to sing it. I ain't singing. All right. Anyway, we'll push the button. We'll treat you guys. I almost sang it. Almost then. Right. Okay. So because we're making this software ourselves, we have a couple of buttons where we can trigger the events, to test to make sure it works. So I can't remember what they are. I haven't pressed them in ages. So yeah, obviously, if we get a signal, this is what it would look like and sound like.
Alert. Signal detected.
So there we go. That's what you'd get. And if we got a match of that signal to, say, example, the WOW signal.
Match. Signal pattern matches WOW signal.
So that is what happens if we get those right signals in. So there's your little taster. Never give your card to TikTok. If I did, I would be broke. Oh yes, you can do that now, can't you? I suppose the time has come. So yeah, that's what it looks like when we actually do get interesting signals. And every now and again, it does actually spike up. And normally it's interference, or it's when I'm testing something and I've got a setting wrong. And all of a sudden I boot it up and it starts bleeping at me, all the red flash. And I'm like, oh my God, it's too much. It'd be better in Alan's voice. Yes, that's a good point, actually. Maybe we'll have to add that one there. TikTok shop takes your money. It would be too easy if I had my card attached. And Nicole, how are you doing? Is that you there? Where are we in the other chat? There. Water molecules are unbonded, not a solid. And liquid molecules collapse under their own gravity and weight. To maintain shape, liquid requires lateral tension. What is the problem with realists? The only ones actually doing true science. And if the salad was meant to be dry, a mountain goat in the Patagonia would have a mountain spring that you could read if you could describe this. Very, very interesting there. Oh, that's tickers, isn't it? Where are we? Let me scroll up here tonight, guys. Make Alan sing Galvanised. We do Alan release his greatest hits. It's kind of like, when a soap star gets a bit above their station and decide they want to be more famous than being on Coronation Street or EastEnders, and they release an album and it totally flops. Alan sings the hits. Probably Stonehenge giving off a signal. Hey, actually, I suppose when we go there for our Skywatch, maybe we could bring a little portable radio rig there. Maybe that would be a good place to listen for the 1.6s. That's not a bad idea. Oh, you give me ideas there. Ah, yes. Oh, is it not? That's a shame, Simon. It probably would work over on the YouTubes. They don't normally filter out as many things there. But yeah, definitely inbox it. I'd love to hear that one. Throwing my cards either in my sporran or under the kilt. Safest place. You know, Alan's greatest hits there. Alan's album is penny, yeah. It won't flop. But no, you won't allow it. It'll telepathically tell everyone to buy it there. Alan for Christmas #1. All I want for Christmas is your undivided loyalty and obedience. That's it. That's the name of his hit there. It's a bit long, but take us off to bed. Think up some more random things to post. Tickers, well, thank you for joining us tonight. Sorry you didn't catch Alan's questions. We're still a few points away, sadly, but maybe he will tomorrow night there. So it sounds like an instant hit though, doesn't it? B. Actually, I do quite like the see that. Hold on, guys. Let's go a little bit off format here. Right. Right, okay. Alan. Right. I'm gonna have to tell which one is it? Turn it down for a second.
Because you woke up in the morning with initiative to move, so why make it harder? Don't hold back. If you think about it, so many people do. Be cool, man. Look smarter. Don't hold back. And you shouldn't even care about those noses in the air and their crooked stares. Don't hold back, because there's a party over here, so you might as well be here, where the people care.
Alan, sing the lyrics there. Where's the ads going on? So can I time this right? Oh, I've got... Skip the ads.
Because you woke up in the morning with initiative to move, so why make it harder? Don't hold back. If you think about it, so many people do. Be cool.
I'll have to get the timings right later.
Smart.
Things Alan does for you guys there. The Bollywood, is this the Bollywood Alan? Yes. Yeah, we'll get the timings right on it, and we'll release that as a hit. I'm sure the Chemical Brothers will have no issue with Alan singing that. He'll have his own Spotify playlist at this rate. Actually, oh god, you're giving me ideas now. This. I'm working on the Christmas song there. Getting slightly distracted. I do like the idea of a Bollywood Alan, though. The prodigy aspect. Oh, good call. Interesting reading over there on the YouTubes. How can you talk if he's eating? He's not. Oh, well, he's not eating at the minute. He's all dry there. I am very terrible at multitasking. I can barely do one task there, Asian X. You should know this by now. Forgot you guys were there, actually. Neil as well, thank you for the heart. Appreciate that. Guys, if you're just joining us, we're doing a live alien radio signal hunt, and we're getting our our little guest here, Alan. That's our guest. He's our co-host. To sing some songs for us there. Where are we? I'm a twisted probe. Oh, there's got to be some probe hits there. DJ, all good. We're all happy searching for alien life with you guys. What more could we ask for? How about yourself there, DJ? Good to see you in. I can barely do one task, and I normally get distracted. I mean, he's the real host. I'm the co-host. Exactly right. Yeah, that's exactly. I'm not following it, Raph. It sounds like a very interesting discussion, but it's far above my pay grade. I don't want that. Oh, we've got Alan's Christmas hit. Is coming in well here. I wonder. No, that's going to be something for me to play later, but it's kind of... It's on his way to Vega, exactly. And Miguel coming in with the shares. Sorry, let me get back on track here. I was distracted by Alan's singing ability there. But yeah, we're doing a live alien radio signal hunt. Once again tonight, we're searching the stars, hoping to hear E.T. say hello. And we're searching on a frequency, a channel on the radio dial, called the hydrogen line. It's the yellow line at the top of the screen, and it's where scientists theorize are most likely to hear the hello, is anybody else out there message. And over the years, we have heard potential signals a few times, in fact more than I realised myself. Obviously the WOW signal is the most well known, and rightly so. It's a very, very good candidate signal, but it's not the only one by far. And Northeast Ken, how you doing there? Evening, what are you using to scan for frequencies? So we're not scanning, we're just literally focusing on one frequency here, which is the hydrogen line, because that is where ET is most likely to put that message. Now, gear is set up for it, so yeah, we're only looking at this tight signal range. But where are you joining us from tonight there, Ken? Good to have you in. V coming in with the hashtags. Seeing the Starlink app tells you flight viewing times. Oh, no, I didn't know that. It's going to be a lot of hits. So I've got Alan's Christmas single there. He's going to get ahead of himself. Thinks he's got a career. We'll lose him. He'll be doing tours. He won't be able to join us on the stream, will he? But yeah, there's been a lot of interesting signals over the years. One of my new favourites is the Ross 128 signal there. So there's a nice, clear, repeating signal potentially coming from a local star. Well, it's local, about 11 light years away. So that's quite close. It's on our street in stellar terms there. And apparently it has a planet in the habitable zone in orbit of that star. So very, very interesting there. Sunderland, excellent. Love it, yeah. So no, this is our receiver. So it's we've got the dish outside coming in through amplifiers filters, etc., coming into just SDR++, and then we're using extra software to excuse me, to analyze what is coming in, although we're not getting anything out the second. Yeah, but the Ross 128 signal is my new favourite one there. But we have other signals. The BLC-1, the Breakthrough Listen Candidate 1 signal is a good one. They are apparently coming from our nearest neighbour there, Proxima Centauri. How cool would that be? Or scary? To have a confirmation of intelligent life on our nearest and neighbouring star. Oh, was it on sound? Bloody hell. I'm still trying to get one out of them. I am talking to the manufacturers, they're just very slow at replying. Oh, is GW in over on the YouTubes? Yeah, I've not had Tommy in to remind me lately to purchase the Hack RF1. And hey, Up's back, how are ya? No, haven't seen that one. What do you all think they saw over the pyramids a few months ago? There was, the one that I remember wasn't there like some sort of like festival or rave or something going on by the pyramids, and it was kind of in the background there. I saw something then, but again, like that was the one. Ah, yeah. So God, I can't really fully remember, but from my memory, it kind of fell in line with just like a lot of the other sightings, which is definitely strange, probably anomalous, but yeah, being able to know like beyond that is very difficult. We did it as one of our early streams. Somebody came in, was looking at that one. And also it was a Google Earth shot of, I think, somewhere in Egypt. I don't know, might have even been the pyramids, but it was just like Google Earth, like the street view. And it was like one particular scene, if you go to it, there was just this really clear, classic UFO saucer in the shot. Just had been caught by the old street view car there, which was pretty cool. I remember that one. Laser show. And 7 light years, is this real? Yes, it's real. It's a real dish, real signals coming in real time. And yeah, we're just listening out, and hopefully as the Earth rotates, we'll pass over a star that will have a planet that's inhabited and hopefully be sending us a signal. But their signals are very, very rare indeed. But they do seem to be getting more frequent, and the more we do it, we increase our statistical odds of detection. And be coming in with a hashtag. I've seen this before. We've probably seen, yeah, similar ones, but yeah, no, this is all our software. So that what makes us different. This is our dish, it's our software. So we're in full control of it, and we can tell if there's any, normally if there is any interference and stuff like that. Where are you joining us from tonight there, 7 light years? Good to have you in, and thank you for the follow. Everyone is strange here, so we're all a little bit curious here, and thank you for the likes. And Tank is in. How are you doing, Tank? Pennsylvania, love it. Love that here. We are based in the UK. We are in a county. Yeah, we are in a county called Wiltshire, which is, if you know, it's right in the heart of crop circle country, where all the crop circles happen. We're just down the road from Stonehenge. Coming in with the stickers there. Strange equals amazing marvelous. Exactly. We're the curious ones, the interesting ones. You wouldn't want to be around with everybody else, would you? They don't ask any interesting questions there. Study a lot of planets. Love it. What sort of study and what sort of planets? Tell us more. Always interested to hear that. We've got a Wolverine beard. Were you cleanly shaven yesterday, though, Agent X? Ah, K218b. So again, that is a brilliant one. So K218b. For those of you guys that don't know, is recently, I say recently, it's the last couple of years, has been in the news because a particular group of scientists do think that in our monitoring of this exoplanet, so a planet in orbit of a star that isn't our own there, quite far away, there's evidence of a gas in the atmosphere there that we, as far as we know, here on Earth, can only be made through biological means, particularly algae, I think. So they think they've detected this biosignature in the gas, in the atmosphere of this exoplanet there, which would mean that again there is life on on this other planet there, and I think they initially announced it, and then they went away again because they got some criticism, and then looked at their findings and went, yep, no, we've still got the same findings. It's still very, very interesting there. 98 to 99% chance of life. Well, how amazing is that? And think of that's just the ones that we're looking at, because when we're doing this analysis, what's happening most of the time anyway is that when the planet goes in front of its star, the light from the star goes through that atmosphere, so just on the edge of that little planet there. And if we check the waveform basically of the light that's coming in that little bit of atmosphere there, that tells us roughly what gases and things might be present in that planet. So you're thinking of those distances, they're able to get that information there, but it relies on the correct brightness, the correct sizes of the planets for them to be able to see this sort of stuff, and the planets even being at the right angle, because obviously in an orbit there's plenty of angles where you will never see the planet orbit or transit in front of its star from where we are there. So our technology is always getting better, and we're starting to look, and what we are starting to see again, it's things like this, things like life potentially on K218b. I think there was another one as well that had a potential biosignature as well. So what we're doing right now is we're looking for a technosignature. We're looking for signs of technology, ideally a radio signal there, because although nature does emit a lot of radio signals. Nature is very, very noisy in radio, but to hear a technological radio signal is quite different. They look very, very different. They're normally quite precise. So yeah, we're looking for that, the sign of a technological life there. But K218b there is a biosignature there. So it's a sign of biology. And there may be more to come there. And even within our own solar system, we have got like signs of, again, biosignatures from other objects. So I'm thinking Venus, the clouds of Venus, that was one that recently, is it phosphine in the clouds of Venus? They thought they detected a couple of times. Again, another biosignature there on Mars. Where else? And thank you for the shares there. Is those shares, those likes, guys, you tapping away, that helps us reach more and more like-minded people. The more eyes and minds on the phenomena, the better. The more we can all piece this puzzle together there, and be coming in with the hashtags and the stickers on Dragon Images. Our moon had a signal, but can I tell you that fire away. There have been a handful of interesting candidate signals over the years. I haven't heard of one from the moon, but there was this event, there is a phenomenon, would be the best way to describe this, with radio, called long delayed echoes, and they're very, very interesting indeed, because it implies that something is reflecting or rebroadcasting our signal at a certain distance from the Earth, and what that distance is perfectly aligned with what are called Lagrange points, which are parking spots up there where the Earth's gravity and the moon and the sun's gravity, they all kind of cancel each other out. So rather than being in an orbit in motion, as everything really is up there flying around, these are perfect parking spots, and they're a perfect distance to be sending these retransmissions back to us. So is there an alien probe out there in our orbit? Possibly. You've seen the future before. Excellent. How was that? How about does that happen? Is it a like a skill or a trance, or is it a dream thing? Have I missed a few? I think I might have missed some. No, I haven't. Oh, Simon, though.
Nom nom nom, thanks, guys.
Thank you for feeding Alan there. Visions. So I don't have anything like that. I don't even have a good sort of a sense for things. Some would argue common sense as well. So like with the visions, is it something like that takes over fully? Or is it like when you hold like an image in your mind's eye and you can kind of see it, but it's kind of up here? Is it like that? DG, icy moons Europa and Enceladus have been deemed most likely to host life in our solar system. Yeah, so they thought with the liquid water on both of them, but there's also another object, Ceres, which is in our asteroid belt, I believe. So a small planetoid object in our asteroid belt, that another potential there. But I think it's Enceladus as well, is the one that's got briny water, which we know doesn't freeze and therefore could host life. But we haven't really sent the probes over there yet, although I think we might have some instrumentation that might paint a clearer picture on the way, because I think it's going to be absolutely everywhere, isn't it? That's a good point there, DJ. Excellent, Seven. Thank you for sharing that. And Kate, mine are daydreams. Oh, okay, I can kind of get my head around that. Yes, you're kind of in it, and then I get that. And Jen, thank you for the follow. Where are you joining us from tonight there? And thank you for the gift. That's very kind. And it all goes back into the stream there. And it's good conversation time. That's why we need you guys to chat there. We can really start scratching the old grey matter there. So has anyone ever had a dream and it come true? Good question. I don't think I have, but I don't dream a lot. Very, very rarely do I remember my dreams anyway. I'm highly sensitive. I dream a lot and also fall back and daydream a lot too. Is there, Andrea, so a connection with the sensitivity in the dream there? Do you get the information conveyed through at that time as well? I sit there daydreaming and sometime after it will happen, Kate. So is there like a difference? So you can go, oh, that's a daydream, just a general sort of thing, or and this is a messaging one. Is there like a noticeable difference there? The more often, the more accurate. So do you think it refines it down, or is the repetition there, Kate, like just a sign that it's more true? We don't dream either. A lot in common there, although, yeah. So I think like very rarely do I kind of wake up and go, oh, I think I had a dream. But yeah, most of the time I don't. And prophetic dreams feel completely different than my dreams. It feels more real. Excellent. And 7, our Earth won't end in 5 years. It'll be 4.5 billion years. Well, that's good, because so that just be, is it the heat death of not the universe, the sun with the expansion there, because that's probably that sort of time scale. When it keeps happening is when I know for sure, but otherwise I realise in hindsight, is that useful or is it like stressful? You know, knowing that much about it there. Dream about past lives. Really, DJ? If you want to share more, I'd love that, because Kate recently did a past life reading for me, and it's something that I'm interested. I'm open to all of these things, but I hadn't spent much time thinking about it. You know, do I believe it? Do I not? But Kate did this past life reading, bloody brilliant, and really interesting, and just so like on the money. Like, you know, it's such a good one there. Not useful at all. Rarely discuss them openly anymore because a lot of different levels of awakening. Makes sense. Dream every night. I have the same area, neighbourhood, places that regular, but not been in real life. And are they accurate? It's like, have you ever gone to one of those places at some point and gone, actually, no, look, my brain's got this perfect. Where are they? Tank series? Oh yes, I thought too. Is it M-Dars? Okay, it has briny water. I knew there was one that was talking about that recently. You forget most dreams, yeah, that makes sense. The hypothesis said forgetting a dream is the same neurology as reincarnation cycles. Interesting. When you can feel the memory being formatted. Interesting. I mean, we don't know that dreams do have, like normal dreams, have a psychological purpose for our functioning there, and that's why I'm interested in when they feel different. You know, to separate from just the daily function of how our mind works, how it processes and stores information. Where are we? I was trying to scroll through. I'm a few ahead now. I did predict my niece and then my twin niece and nephew years before their arrivals. I wonder what that means, though. If like that's laid out then as fate, if the future is written, what does that mean for free will? Sometimes I feel like I created everything and it feels a little too weird, and it's not what I want. Did teach someone dream control last week. How did they need to have skills like beforehand, or does it take a while to develop that? Where are we? Now, in my luck, I probably would have been a goldfish in a past life. Me too, there. After they probed me, they gave me a lollipop. Well, that's kind. Alan says, you stole the lollipop, and he's coming to get it back, Zach. Because I saw what happened in 1493. What was that one? And hello, Joseph, how you doing? The worst dream I had was it was my mum. Oh wow! And the next day, oh God, Joseph, that is an awful time. Yeah, and it actually happened. Sorry to hear that one. Yeah, I don't think I would like that ability there. I remember all mine. Some ones where I dream of poltergeists and they drain your energy. Oh, that'd be too much for me. Do you think they actually lived another life? Maybe. I'm open to it. Study accelerated learning and brain synchronization in deep control. There are key points in their mum's life. Okay, so maybe free will around that, but there are some points that are locked in there. A shadow walked through my bedroom 4 hours later. My friend... Wow, I've heard of those sorts of encounters around that. I haven't had one myself like that, though. It's easy to teach. If you have latent psychic abilities, probably not. Beforehand, and he had pancreatitis a week later. Oh, wow. See, that's the sort of, like, foreknowledge I wouldn't want. I just wouldn't want to know that sort of stuff. Where are we there? And why are we still teaching Newtonian gravitation? It was superseded with space-time contracting into itself in the presence of a theoretical Higgs field and bosons and God particles. Yeah. Well, this is the thing at the minute. You've got the subject itself, but you've also got, and this is what most people miss here, it's how the human mind works, how it stores information, how it understands information and applies it to the world, but also then how communities and groups share that information, transfer that information over generations. And then that's where a lot of mistakes are made, because people don't understand those components. Bearing in mind, Newton was considered a pseudoscientist along with Einstein's special relativity. Exactly. And again, there'll be something on top of that as well, won't it? Raph. Newton was an alchemist, and Einstein married his cousin and was a science communicator. He was a weird one, Einstein. Yeah, like, this is the thing. Separate the art from the artist, or the science from the scientist. Where are we? Told someone was going to call and tell my nan. Ooh. It was 3 minutes heads up before the phone. 3 minutes is not so bad, but yeah, I just wouldn't want to know, and especially if it was longer, and you kind of got to live with that, and there's nothing you can do about it. My mum passed. She was in the mother-in-law suite. I literally felt a pass through. Oh, that is. I dreamed I had a baby sister, and I had a baby sister, and she passed away. Oh wow! It does seem to be something going on, doesn't it? That's, if it's the past stuff, that's not so bad, but it's that future warning that I wouldn't really want there. think we all have special abilities or subconscious powers. They do talk about that, didn't they, actually, in the alien phenomena, you know, like there's been messages repeatedly, you know, to humanity that we don't know our full potential. And I mean, if we look at some of the past deep dive material, we may well be the greys in the future, you know, maybe evolutionary speaking we could transform into them, and so maybe there are sort of latent abilities that get further developed for those species there. Evening DJ, how you doing? We're all good here, we're ticking along, existing. My life is weird, an unidentifiable thing, because I went to the doctor to get my head checked out, and nothing's wrong. Well, that's good at least. Anything major? I'm waiting one day something will come through. Not on the radio, but DJ, did you see the sighting we had last Monday, so it was a week ago? It was amazing. Big bright orange ball orb moving across our screen. Absolutely epic there. So hopefully, hey, tomorrow is going to be a skywatch, I think. We'll get enough more action then. Oh, you're getting that connection there, Andrea. So you can... psychic abilities and clairvoyance. See, yeah, I don't know if I would want this communication. I mean, I find it interesting, but I like the fact that I can dip into it and talk to you guys about it and then come away from it. Disclosure isn't UFOs. Disclosure is human awakening. It could all well be the same thing. You know, just we're seeing it from the UFO point of view because that's the anomaly that we understand. It's the closest point. But if there's this, as it seems to be, all of this other stuff talking about consciousness and all these sorts of connected natures of it, could well be. And wow, some of us are born with the door wide open and some aren't, though. Well, I think it's probably more nurture rather than nature on that front. Like I think if you're born with abilities, you know, two children born with abilities, one is from an environment where that possibility can exist, then you can notice it, understand it and work with it, whereas a child where that possibility can't exist and it's structured there. And we see all sorts of beliefs and understandings of the world passed down from generation to generation, and like we don't see base reality, we do not see objective reality of what is there. What we see are our mechanisms of how the world works. So I don't see a chair, I see something I can sit on, and that's why this desk could also be a chair. So that's how we interpret the world. And if we don't have a model for that thing to exist, then either we get very distressed if something is that dramatic, or we mislabel it. So I think that's probably a majority of what happens with kids. You know, we say kids are more open and susceptible to these things, but as you get older, you get more have an understanding of the world, whether it's correct, and then we kind of, because we filter what we see through those understandings and go, right, does it go this way, does it go this way, and then, you know, we're kind of left with a functional, it's probably a mouse that made that noise, it was probably this, it's probably that, rather than the objective truth of what it is. And we all have deja vu. It's something to think about. I do think it is there. Three-Eye Atlas as well. I haven't heard that one all stream, actually. I advise you, don't visit Egypt, because Egypt is not suitable for tourism. Thank you for the heads up there. And it's a shame because, you know, like, I would love to visit Egypt and the sites there as well. But I have heard very, very similar things about that. And I just think it is such a shame there. But thank you for joining us and let us know. Dipping out up. Thank you so much for joining us as always, and hopefully we'll see you later in the week. Maybe a skywatch tomorrow there. And Deborah as well, welcome aboard. Thank you for the follow. Where are you joining us from there? And Seven Light, thank you as well. We'll catch you later. I get the abilities from my mother. Again, I've heard this sort of maternal trait. So is it the abilities or is it the training, maybe? You know, the whole nature and nurture argument there. Where are we? Carl as well. It's great and very strange at the same time, but it's helped me through depression. Really? So you actually getting something from it like that? That's good. Our brains get more filled with everyday life, and children are I think you're right there. They're more open to see what is, It's why they consume a lot of calories, you know, because they are processing more in real life. And we also look back, don't we, if you've had a reasonable childhood, this is, you look back and you go, God, I remember the smells of childhood. Everything was like seeing in colour. It was such a wonderful time. And what it is you're processing more data. So you are taking in those smells, those intricate details of all of your experiences, because they're all new, and you're putting in those models and frameworks. But ultimately what the brain is doing is it's trying to speed things up. It's trying to get models. And if it goes, well, this is a shop. Okay, I don't have to think about shops anymore. I know how the shops work. This is a road. I know how roads work. You know, you can start to categorize things, and categorizing something is easier than processing all of the information all of the time there. So yeah, I think that's what we do. We get these categories, and they're not quite right, but they're functional. They serve us day to day until they don't. And that's when I think, you know, we start to then not see what might be right in front of us there. 100%. And same here. I've been, but not to the pyramids. I would like to go. Oh, you have been though. I would love to. I'd just love to explore all over there. Declassified on those last. Oh, check those out, guys. And Agent X has got some posts there. And don't remember childhood at all. I've got a fragrance. The older I get, I do lose it. But my childhood was reasonable. I have to say that. I was very, very lucky there. And Andreas, hubby thinks I'm weird. I can sense and it happens. I'll be awake at night and sense danger. Really, in real time, that is useful. Then you're tuned into something subconscious. I like that. Having the day, I mean, terrible. Oh, actually, no. So something happens in the day, you get terrible. I should have been blanked. Don't forget, as B says there, don't forget to like, follow, and share. As well, Kate coming in with the shares, thank you for that. It's comforting, but you've got to be careful not to leave yourself open to dark energy. Yeah, that's what I would worry, that I just don't know enough about messing around with those sorts of things. Main reason why we haven't done another Ghost Live. Anyway, let's check quickly over to the YouTubes there. Jealous of people who can pull memories out of their head, like opening a drawer. The older I get, the less I get, honestly. The gravitational pull as a... Where are we? Let me scroll down here. Oh yeah, you can hear Otis. Forensic psychology, interesting. Yeah, you all heard something whistling. I mean, I ran inside. Oh yeah, it's just the birds just chirping away. Yeah, no, where you are, yeah, you don't want to be messing around with that. Mimics whistle too. Yes, it's the mimics, and what's the other one that's kind of like a mimic? Oh, what's the name for it? Might just be mimics there. But they're the ones that I find a little bit. I don't think there's not a possible good side to those ones, is there? You know, a ghost, or your everyday ghost, could be good or bad, couldn't it? Same as people, but a mimic, why? What's the nice reason? What's the potential good reason to be mimicking someone there? I used to want to do that as a kid. I can only imagine how that'd go with them. I get a night. Ooh. A pillow is calling me. Oh, no, everyone. Nice. I want to thank you for joining us. We'll be coming off soon ourselves anyway, another few minutes. Another 10 minutes, I think, yeah. Deep dive on the Wendigo and Skinwalkers. What's the difference between the two? I always thought it was sort of an interchangeable name, but I imagine there is a difference. Nice, Owen. Thank you for joining us, sir. Well, hopefully we'll catch you tomorrow. It's a lot worse than mimics as well. Tell me that I'll be up all night. What got you into all of this? What, you mean the UFO stuff, all this extra sort of stuff that we're talking about now? You know what, I don't know, actually, V. I don't know, and that is on my mind. That's what I'm thinking mostly about now. I've ever encountered an elemental entity. So they're the ones that are meant to be around like much, much longer, aren't they? Like, you know, pre-human civilization, very ancient. The Wendigo eats you. And the Skinwalker just kills you? UFOs, etc. Good question, DJ. I've always liked mysteries. So for me, I don't know how many of you guys it's the same. It's just always a curiosity. It's like a treasure hunt. It's a possibility, isn't it? The world could be a little bit more interesting than we're led to believe on a daily basis. So it's always worth having a look, isn't it? That's what the scientific community doesn't get. They don't get bets, you know. We might be wrong about 9 out of 10 things, but it only takes that one. And the rewards are amazing. Difference is their creation. Okay, when it was created from eating human flesh, Skinwalkers had to off. Oh, yes! Heard about, the offing that there. X-Files, yes, classic. Do love a bit of X-Files. Erwin Salter's pixies are classed as elemental. Are they really? Yeah, pixies are elemental. And the unknown is fascinating, yeah. It's the childhood wonder, I think, isn't it? The possibility that could be. Best not to set them. It's a good rule to live by. I've always had an interest in something has to be out there. I think so, and interestingly enough, that wasn't the believed position, was it, for a very, very long time? You know, we did think, the mainstream science, it was, we don't even know if planets are common, but now we are looking and we are finding exoplanets and things like that, and the belief is that, life probably is common there, and even recently there was a mathematician did the maths again, run the numbers now based on what we know with the new information, and he said, well, even intelligent life should probably be absolutely abundant. Best not to upset them. No ghosts in the house. Can change back, and when the ghost can't. So what is the Reiki? Yeah, that's a point. Does that fit in with those? Is it associated? Attached to things like bodies of water, forests and such. And Drone says, I'm going to put Otis to bed. Scared to get back out in the garden now. I feel like that when I go out for a smoke. I start thinking, if I turn around right now, the little green man there, you guys aren't going to believe me. Best X-Files episode was Thomas and Susie. What one was that? Thomas and Squeeze. Oh, Toombs and Squeeze? Which one was that? Every year or so I have an X-Files marathon. UFO activity is being hidden from you. I think you're right there. Night Andre Notice, thank you for joining us. At this point, if a little green man came up to me and told him to take me, I would go. Yeah, tempting sometimes, although some of the stories I've heard there. What about this little green man, or do you know better? Do you remember Alan's got going to have his album coming out soon. He's a tyrant. I wouldn't go with him. X-Files are discussing a remake, though I can't decide on the number of episodes. They did a few seasons recently, didn't they? Like a couple of years back. So a remake, as in going back to... Might be interesting if they get the right actors and don't screw it up, seeing somebody else reimagine it. Eugene Toombs. Oh, was that the stretchy guy? Oh yes, that was it. Yeah, and he could manipulate his body. Yes, I remember that one, and rightly so. That is a weird one. Hey, Fraser's in the house. Hello, and thank you for feeding Alan.
Nom nom nom, thanks, guys.
How have you been there, Fraser? Heard that there was a doctor who TARDIS at Stonehenge today for an event. And Stargate, I'm looking forward to that one. I'll see you tomorrow, B. Thank you for joining us as always. We'll catch up later. And thank you for the rose, that's very kind. Yeah, that is one I have seen, that X-Files one. That stretchy guy was at the press. My brain's got totally dead now. I was going to say something, and then it just went gone. How's Alan's tummy tonight? Anything on the Richter scale? Not tonight. I think we're safe tonight. He's not full yet. He's only at 50% capacity. Nearly tea time. I need to eat earlier because like my energy goes right down. I'll just put Alan's version of Galvanised back on loop. Do you really? The music of the cigarette man. Yeah, that's as a child who I saw and decided I wanted to be. Because I've got one part of it right. The stretchy. Not that stretchy, though. Not as stretchy as on the Exiles. That was ridiculous. You could get into air vent stretchy. Washing machine. Well, this one. That is the cosmic microwave background. Sounds of the early universe, the Big Bang. Get into air. Oh my god. Oh yeah, I don't want him to be real. That's unsettling. Always with the good news, Agent X. Smokers. Wonder how much he had to smoke when he was filming that. It didn't hinder it. He did air vents and washing machines as part of his act. Or was it based on this French guy then, Agent X, or was it like the French guy was the actor? I know there was a lot of CGI on it, but there you go, Kate. Something else to keep you up at night now. And the bendy, stretchy man is real. Yeah. I don't think they were paying too much attention to the accent for a while. Where is she from, Gillian? Because I thought she was American, or is she? Achieved new record for X-Men microwave communication. Ooh. Interesting, DJ. There is one called the Slender Man that's been seen for years. Oh, I've heard, yeah, that was like an early-ish internet one that was going around for a long time, wasn't it? Slender Man. I heard the name. Finding all the clones, yes. No, I don't think I've heard about that one, DJ. Details new achieved for new record. Expand micro communication. No. Oh, she was young. She can do a pretty good English accent as well in her later stuff. I think that's what confused me. Interesting. Microwave comms from satellites to ground. Oh, so they've made some advances of the Chinese there. Interesting. Some of their stuff is quite good. They've got, is it FAST? Their big radio telescope now, which is, you know, I think is in the biggest now. We've lost Arecibo. Anyway, guys, sorry, it's dinner time. So I'm going to have to wind up the stream. Which lends to the theory of Egorius. Oh, in a single channel. Microwave comms from satellite to ground. Oh, very interesting. I think it can to a degree, Agent X. I think it would be to a degree there. Anyway, guys, yes, thank you, Vic. Okay, yeah, I'm going to come off now and going to have some dinner. But I'll be back on tomorrow night. So we should hopefully be having a skywatch if the weather plays ball. And yeah, we can just hopefully get some more sightings. But you guys have been wonderful, as always. Thank you for keeping me company, asking all your questions, etc., etc. And gifting, subbing, tapping away, liking, sharing. You're greatly appreciated, as always. And it's going to be Movie Club tonight. Tonight, I'm saying Friday night, so 10 PM UK time, we're going to be watching Invasion of the Body Snatchers. So get on our Discord and make sure you join us for that one, because they're always a bit of a laugh there. Anyway, guys, thank you again. I'm very hungry, so I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.